Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sutek here, and it's about 3:18 p.m. on Thursday, September 19th. And I wanted to share some very critical information with you guys. Some new information that pertains to the future of pretty much all cryptocurrencies and the upward mobility of cryptocurrency in general. And what I wanted to point out was this very critical little piece of data right here. So here you have the ranking of the direct contributions or users of crypto assets network. And here you have the transaction fees, which are the mining fees, right? Now look at these numbers. You got number one, Bitcoin with $345,000 in transaction fees. And number two, Ethereum with $271,000. And third, Litecoin with only $1,000, $127.39. Then you have Ripple all the way down to $309. So you see this drop off. And I can't even put it into numbers, but I mean, you take XRP's fees away from Bitcoin's fees and you still have $345,000 in fees. So like, nobody's using this stuff. You know, you probably have some people that are using them to transfer them to and from their wallet onto an exchange and things like that, and that's where those fees are coming from. But other than that, nobody is using any of these coins and tokens. Nobody's using these. Look at this. You have Cardano at $20 worth of fees. Nobody is mining any of this stuff. None of this stuff is worth anything. So now the caveat with Ethereum is that, you know, the tokens on Ethereum network all require Ethereum to move. So guess what that means? The entire Ethereum network and a lot of their tokens are also valuable because those transaction fees take place on the Ethereum network. So this means that Ethereum kind of has a long reach. They have long tentacles. They could reach into a lot of different avenues. You have the basic attention token, which uses Ethereum, is on the Ethereum network. You have a lot of other utility tokens that use Ethereum and require Ethereum to be moved around. So because they have that long reach, they will be very viable. I just saw a tweet basically confirming that Ethereum is going to be used on certain bank networks. And I remember a year ago, maybe even less, probably 6, 7, 8 months ago, and people were swearing that Ethereum was over. Ethereum was finished, and Ethereum was about to go kaput. And then slowly but surely, because they have this long reach into many different areas, they maintain themselves. But not only that, they're moving up as well. And then, of course, you have Bitcoin, which is the gold standard of cryptos, dominating the transaction fees. So people are mining Bitcoin. People are mining Ethereum. But everything else is pretty much bare minimum. I mean, not much else is going on. So what does that say about the future of the rest of these coins? It doesn't look good. It does not look very good. You know, people will trade these on exchanges against Bitcoin, against Tether and USD and True USD and stable coins. But other than that, they really have no use. And that's what this is proving over time. At least not yet. At least not yet. But they don't have any use for any of these because Ethereum and Bitcoin have such dominant networks in dominant positions that there's really no need for all the rest of these other coins. Now you might have a few niche coins here and there that are able to sustain, but for the rest of the 5,900 other coins and tokens, they really have no use for them. So what we have now is a situation where BACT is coming out next week. We have the Omni Ledger X futures exchange, or options exchange rather, that's up and running. Futures are coming later on down the line. And you have these two dominant forces, Bitcoin and Ethereum, crushing everybody else. Crushing everybody else. There's absolutely no use for the rest of these coins. So, let's see what goes on here. Alright, so you have XRP in third in terms of price. Or overall, really, overall. It's not looking good. I mean, for the vast majority of the market, it's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty ugly. So before everything begins to take off, which is coming next week, we're going to find out a lot next week. September 23rd. We're going to find out a lot. And interestingly enough, that comes on the was it fall equinox? So that's coming right on the fall equinox. And we're shifting into fall. And that's when it's going live. Very interesting. But get you some Ethereum and get you some Bitcoin. And get you some Ethereum altcoins or Ethereum tokens, all right? Now, I wanted to pivot over to Ethereum-based tokens because they are a part of this as well. So you have Bitcoin at the top, way at the top, and then you have Ethereum under it, but then you also have Ethereum network coins. Now, there's a number of stable coins that are Ethereum-based, like Huobi coin, like USD coin, True USD, BitTorrent, but you have a number of utility coins, utility tokens rather, that really have a big upside. Chainlink, as everyone knows who follows crypto, has a big upside, big potential. Maker, which is one of the most valuable coins currently at $535. Huge upside. Basic attention token. Huge upside. You have KuCoin shares. You have BitTorrent. You have OX. BitTorrent is not Ethereum, my bad. But you have Quant. You have all these utility coins, utility tokens that are very, very promising, have uses, have good use cases, and you will get, benefits from actually diving into one of these or a couple of these. Think about it like an ETF fund, right? You buy a handful of different tokens. You get some Huobi coin, get some Chainlink, Maker, BAT. And these are all a part of the Ethereum network. So as long as these tokens take off and are popular, Ethereum will be popular and Ethereum mining will be very popular. So Ethereum was thinking ahead towards the future when this whole thing started. They were thinking about expanding, thinking about all the potential offshoots, and thinking about how the network is going to be utilized for different utilities, and that's what they did. So they were thinking ahead of everyone else. Like I said, months ago, people were saying that Ethereum was over. It's probably going to crash. Bitcoin is going to do this, do that. But we see now that Ethereum is not only maintaining, but it's actually starting to pull ahead. And it's number 2 in mining. So it really, I mean, it could possibly, I mean, slim chance, but possibly eventually one day take over Bitcoin just because of its reach. But, so my overall point is get Bitcoin, get Ethereum, and get Ethereum tokens, Ethereum-based tokens. That's really it right now. I've been using Coinbits app to get Bitcoin. I recommend you do too. I'm going to put the link in the description box. Definitely sign up. Start getting Bitcoin using your roundup spare change from your bank account and begin collecting Bitcoin that way. You never actually touch Bitcoin. You never have to deal with it. So when you pull out your money, you're pulling it out in US dollars. So you can just constantly invest your spare change and let it grow over time. DCA over a period of time, and Bitcoin's going to go up, and you'll constantly be adding more money in there. So, it's a no-brainer, really. I love it. I use it. I've been using it for about 4 months now. I had nothing but good things to say about it. It's very simple, straightforward. But guys, you gotta get in. We have a lot of turmoil, international turmoil right now. The economy is very shaky. The Fed just cut interest rates by 1/4 point yesterday. That's very desperate on their part. So we don't know what's going to happen. And unless you have hedges like gold, silver, Bitcoin, crypto in your portfolio, when the next 2008 happens again, you are going to be asked out, for lack of a better term. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be that person that has nothing in the next cyclical market crash. So get you some Bitcoin, sign up to Coinbits, connect your account, and start rounding up ASAP. And then also just download Basic Attention Token and Brave. I use Brave. Been using it for a long time. Love it. Great features. Blocks all the ads you don't want. You get little ad notifications that pop up. You get paid for it. It's another no-brainer. So I'm putting the Brave account link or Brave download link, and you get $5 in free bat as well. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll keep you up to date on everything that's going on, and have a good one.